Hello, welcome. I'm Renee Valentina, and this is Musing Interruptus. Musing Interruptus is a podcast for sharing thoughts and stories and enjoying idiomatic phrases. You can read along. Just click on Continue Reading in the description to open a Google Doc with the transcription of this episode. The idiomatic expressions are in italics. Try to get the meaning from the context and then look them up to see if you were right. If you like it, subscribe, follow, and share. But more importantly, continue the conversation. Drop a comment with your answers to today's questions. I love hearing from you. The background music is by Blue Dot. The mix and master were done by Jesus Ario, my sound partner. Full disclosure, I'm not being sponsored. No one has asked me to do this. I'm not being sponsored. I just really like the brand I'm going to talk about today. They don't know I'm doing this. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Today, the shoulda or should have. A few things about the expression. Shoulda or should've is the contraction of should and have. Shoulda is the common pronunciation of that contraction. If you hear should have, brace yourself because a regret is going to be expressed. This is the phrase that tells you that a different decision was possible and that the decision or action taken was a mistake. I'm reminded of the chairman of the board, Frank Sinatra, singing My Way, expressing that, in fact, he has a few regrets, but in the end, he did it his way. To me, this is another way of saying, well, I meant to do that. Even if I didn't, and even if the result was not to my liking. I was having a mental discussion with Frank as I listened to the song, and then I remembered he didn't write it, and that I needed to direct my argumentative thoughts to Jacques Revaux, Gilles Thibault, and Claude François, pardon my pronunciation. Now, I'm not sure that this song is actually saying, I meant to do everything I did, even if it was a mistake, but I admit I have a few regrets, more for the sake of not sounding arrogant. Or too arrogant. For the sake of argument, which I needed to have at that moment, I needed to believe that that was the intention of the phrase, I did it my way. The point I was trying to make in my head was, it is important to have regrets as they allow us to correct and grow, hopefully for the better. However, I recognize I'd like to say, when I reach the edge of my life, I regret nothing. And perhaps I will mean it in the more romantic sense. That I have found meaning in all my experiences. Maybe that's what Frank is saying. But don't tell him I said that. I totally have regrets, including things I have expressed, especially when I've been over-enthusiastic in front of certain people. And of course, there are things that I've done, especially feelings I've hurt and mistakes that I've made that have cost me dearly. And I don't mean financially. Mistakes that I wish I could go back and change or erase from people's memories. With the Men in Black flashy memory eraser. I need to believe that the act of regret has led me to correct and improve myself. Also, all that cringe and everything lost along the way should count for something. Today, I have a new regret. One that I had never felt before. I should have been a door-to-door Miele cordless vacuum salesperson. I have a pitch and everything. I would start out with a knock-knock joke. Old reliable and such. Knock knock. Who's there? The quietest, most potent cordless vacuum you never knew could exist. Hold on to your hats and take a seat. Lend me your eyes and ears for a moment. You there walking away. I see you and I know exactly what you're missing in your life. A state-of-the-art gadget that cleans your floors and upholsteries with an ease never before experienced. Oh, notice that ground coffee ingrained in that stylish shag carpeting? Watch how my index finger and thumb are all I need to extract even the most ground-in grains of coffee. You might think, you don't need this level of satisfaction and cleanliness in your life, but I'm here to tell you, you don't. You deserve it. Think of that clunky vacuum cleaner at home, lugging it up and down the stairs. If you're anything like me, you've had death matches with it because it most likely has tried to tangle you up at the ankle so you tumble down the stairs. This is no issue when you own a Miele cordless cat and dog model. It not only doesn't want to kill you, it makes for a great dance partner. It is agile, light, and stands on its own. No siree, no more getting tied up with that extra long unsightly extension cord that knocks off valuable points at the ballroom dance floor competition. You can do the cha-cha, samba, Viennese waltz, and even the tango. And it is already dressed to kill with its piano black finish. It will be up to you to step up your wardrobe game once you start pushing that level of elegance around the dance floor. This is something it has over its more, let's say, colorful competitors. Miele is elegant, demure, and light with a suction power that will blow you away, or rather, bring you closer to a sweeping victory. Miele cordless cat and dog is so well built and ergonomic, you will most likely forget it is an appliance. Cha-cha-cha. With your cordless Miele, you are a shoo-in. So there you have it. I think I should have been a door-to-door vacuum salesperson. I know you don't sell Miele door-to-door, but hey, this is my story. I'm thinking the commissions would just be pouring in, don't you think? Then again, I would miss out on teaching English and all the fun we have as we learn. Now that I think of it, it wouldn't be fun to tell the same story every day. Did I mention it is the quietest vacuum of its kind? If you do buy a Miele, be sure to tell them I sent you. Thank you for listening. Are you interested in purchasing a Miele? Are you ready for an era of victories? No, seriously. What shouldas do you have roaming around your soul? I'm listening.